Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining our webinar. Today, we're going to be taking a look at Touchdown. Touchdown is a marketing solution which sits inside your Dynamics 365 system and offers a cost-effective alternative to some of the solutions out there. What I'm going to do is hand over to our expert on Touchdown. That's Lama, Khalil, the channel manager from Touchdown, who's going to give a bit more information.
Thank you very much, Will, and hi, Melanie. Hi, everyone. Nice to meet you. Today, I'll be presenting Touchdown, our marketing and business automation solution that integrates with your Dynamics environments. As Will introduced, I am a channel manager for the UK, overlooking all of our customers and partners. And without further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and present the solution for you. So first up, our company, Touchdown itself. Our main focus is the SMB market, which represents 80% or about 80% of the Dynamics users. And to open possibilities and doors for Dynamics users to be able to use a solution that does not just manage their marketing, but also all their communications within the company. We've developed our integrations with Dynamics CRM, with Business Central, but also with Power Platform. So for customers that are unable to have a CRM through Dynamics or a Dynamics sales environment, and are able to build their own CRM through Power Platform, we can also cater to those customers. And on top of that, we put great importance into customer service and customer support companionship. And for that, each customer has a dedicated account manager that follows up their usage with them, that is available to support them through the whole duration of their usage of Touchdown. And with that, today, 2025, Touchdown is visible in 10 countries. We've got 68 partners and counting, and over 100, actually over 170 customers. So you might be the next. Go ahead to show you more of our offerings and what Touchdown is able to integrate with through the Dynamics world. Over here, we've got our Dataverse. So this is how Touchdown is still able to share the data between different CRMs, between the Dynamics CRM suite, but also with Business Central. We have a Teams connector for our event builder and event management for all your webinars and all your online events. We're able to also connect with Power Automate to create certain automated flows for you. And as I said, the Power Platform to create any custom applications. We fully integrate with sales, Business Central, and customer service, but with Dataverse being in the picture, we're able to connect with all other dynamic solutions. And then finally, we have a connector on We's event, which allows us to create tickets, or it is a ticketing platform for all your events. So if you're creating any public events that you would be ticketing, this is where you would be heading. I'm going to go ahead and stop this presentation, go ahead and start sharing the solution itself. Take a look and a demo on the solution. So right now, we have arrived onto the Touchdown homepage. On our dashboards, the solution is built on Power Automate, on a Power App, sorry. So all of this is modifiable. The dashboard view is fully customizable to your own liking. Clicking just above over here really quickly to show you the level of integration among your other apps, we can see that Touchdown is sitting on the same level as my Sales Hub. Now on my left-hand side over here, I can see all my members. Now these are 3 member entities that are native to Dynamics. However, with Touchdown, you're able to create any custom entities that you would need or you wish to work on and you'd still be able to execute any actions on them. I've got my data management section where I have basic marketing lists, but I also have filters, which allows me to segment on all the information, either on a contact or on any custom entity that I do create. Up next, I have scoring on all customer entities as well, not just limited to leads. I have a reply management section where all responses from my campaigns are pulled in an inbox view. I then have all the management for my email campaigns, my templates, my campaigns itself, and all the reporting behind. In automation, we find all my scenarios, so my automated flows. I go into web to create any forms, whether that was embedded forms on my website or pop-ups or landing pages. And then finally, event management, where I'm able to manage and create any events, whether that was online or standard in person. I'll go ahead first and look into filters. Now, we've spoken about custom entities, and we'll see that I have added opportunity as a custom entity over here. Now, the idea behind filters is to add conditions that would create a dynamic contact list for you. Any new contacts or any new opportunities or any new leads that match any conditions that you add in here are automatically added to this filter right away. You wouldn't have any need to manually do that yourself. So we'll see in the conditions that I specified over here to create a dynamic filter for opportunities is to specify and to pull in all opportunities that are currently open, that were created in the last 3 months, that are on a sales stage to qualify, not to develop, not to propose. I still need to qualify them. That also have a total amount of £2,000 or more. Now, I can also go ahead and create a filter that works in for contacts. And over here, I'll choose a contact. And through this example, I can specify to target a specific seniority level within the company. And that probably is everyone higher up than an employee. So I'll just be excluding that. And then the next thing I would do is that to know that they have signed up for my newsletters. Now, once I click run on any filter, it's up and running on all the solution. I'm able to use it in any scoring model. I can use it in my email campaigns, in my automation, in my events, applicable everywhere around the solution, even to check certain conditions. Now, next, I'm going to hop into scoring to show you how we are able to use filters within. I can have scores and rules that rotate and revolve around interactions. So if someone responds with a certain sentiment, they can gain points. If someone unsubscribes from your emails, they could lose points. However, you're free to create your own rules, and this is by going onto if someone matches a certain condition, you get a filter icon, and then you can build out your certain rules over here. So I'm going to remove the set that I chose above. And right now I'm adding a behavioral group. A behavioral group filters and adds on onto their interactions with your campaigns, with your SMS campaigns, any submissions they do on forums, or even event interactions. So what I can do over here is that choose a certain campaign or choose a certain event have previously created. And over here, I would specify, for example, if they do or if they have registered for this event, or if they have declined their attendance, then I could remove points from here. Now, this is how we can use filters on scoring. Next, we'll take a look onto campaigns and how we can build out a campaign. Over here, I just arrived and I'm creating a new campaign. I choose my sending entity from here. You can add as many sending entities as you want through Touchdown. I'll just keep going with marketing. In my recipients list, I add either a filter or a marketing list or a combination of both. It's really up to you. I could also go ahead and choose to exclude certain lists, but if they don't match the conditions in my recipients list, then they would not be added. I also add in an unsubscribed list to this campaign. I specify my subject and my pre-header. I have also fields to add in personalization to my email. And then I can go ahead and create my own template or choose a template from the gallery provided. You'll see that Touchdown provides you with a gallery of a bunch of templates. I can choose whichever I can take, just the layout, remove the pictures if I need to. It's really up to you how you would like to use the template. So we can go ahead and take an example of a template over here, just to take a look on the builder. The email builder is based on a drag and drop method. So all you need to do is just drag in the blocks that you would wish to add to the template and then add in your content. So let's say if I want to add a column over here to add, for example, a video within, then all I would need to do is just to add in my URL and choose for that to be an animated GIF in the background of my template. Now, anything for block properties, my images, my backgrounds, all my margins, I can manage that through the block properties over here or even within my style. I could also switch onto a mobile view. If I want to change a mobile view compared to an actual web view, then I can choose to remove certain blocks. However, it won't change anything from my web view. And finally, I have 3 last steps before I can send off my campaign: an anti-spam analysis. The lower the score, the higher chances of deliverability. Just gives you any indication if your email could be or might be considered as spam. You can test out your email internally and then finally send out your campaign. You also got the option to use predictive sending, which sends out the campaign at the times where your recipients tend to open their emails from Touchdown. Right now, we're looking at statistics and reporting on your email campaigns. Now, this is a previously sent campaign. I can see the status of all the 459 recipients that I had. If I click on the active recipients, then I'll be able to see all the contacts that match this condition, whether my campaign was open through a desktop or a mobile phone. Reading time indicates how long they stayed on my campaign, but I can also see their behavior over here, and I have more indications to their behavior through the heat map and also through the interactions tab behind. Now, the heat map does not follow their activity on your email or on the website. However, it shows me the concentration of clicks on any links that you add on your template. So whether that was your social media icons, inside any buttons and pictures and videos and hyperlinks, applies to all types of links over here. Now, in my interactions, I'll see every single interaction recorded over here. So I could see once the email was received, once the email was sent already, once it was opened, every time they click on a link within, every interaction is recorded right away over here. And I'd also be able to see the people that have unsubscribed from this campaign. Now I can see out of the 459 recipients, 3 recipients or 3 contacts have unsubscribed. Now I also have a tab to be able to see all the links I had included inside my template and how many people clicked and how many clicks per person as well. And then finally, if I receive any responses back from this campaign, I definitely get them in my reply management section that we spoke about earlier, but also in this area over here, it's going to tie that response to a contact, would let me know which campaign it came from. If there was an automated scenario in the process, to which sending entity are they sending this response back to? the subject of my campaign or of the response, the type of response. You'd also receive any automated response to know if someone is out of office, if someone has left a company, and then finally, the sentiment of the responses that they delivered. Now that was for statistics. Right now we're looking at our automated scenarios, so our flows. This is an example of onboarding new contacts or any new leads. Now I can have as many entry points that feed into the same flow. So for example, right now our entry point triggers once I have a submission on any form. We'll see that the form I have over here that I have chosen is a contact form, and this is the contact form that's embedded on my website. Once somebody submits that form, they're going to receive an email thanking them that their request was received. Now, this is just a dummy look on what it could be looking like. And then once I send this email, I would also notify the sales manager that they have a new lead and then link in the new submission that I just received within the same email. And to show you one extra step on how we can add another entry point is that any new record created, and I specify that not to be, I could specify that for the lead, any new lead contact created, they would receive the message as well, and the sales manager would be notified of that new lead. Next, we'll go ahead and take a look onto forms. So like I said, we have 3 different types of forms that we can create: a dedicated landing page, a pop-up on my website, or an embedded form. So embedded could be a great example for your contact forms. Pop-ups could be an example to give a pop-up notification for people to sign up to your newsletters, for instance. And then a dedicated page could be a great example to have an event registration form over here. So I'll give that a name over here. I'll add in a member type. I could choose for this to be a private or a public form. I'll keep it public for the moment, and I'll go onto dedicated page. We'll see that my form builder is very similar to the email builder, again, based on a drag and drop method. All I would need to do is to drag in the columns of the info that I would be creating. I'll drag in the content. I'll add an image here. I could add a title here. And then finally, I could go in and add my form. And I'll drag in the questions that I will be adding. So I can add in my first name, last name, and email. And for email, make sure that this is an email field. Now, definitely anything for my blog properties, for my margins, for my images, for my colors and my styles. This is where I will be managing it. Through the behavior, this is where I would choose if I want to redirect them to a page or to display a message right away. And I also have my mobile view over here. Every time I finish managing the page, I just click on publish and it will give me a URL to access right away. And if I do click on it, I'll be able to see the page that we have just created. There we go. One last thing that I have is my event builder. Now, this is an example of our already published event. The way we go through the event creation process is you go through the invitations first. Switching between these two icons makes me go back to the steps to see what I have created. I can see that I created an invited registration form, one also for the public. I created a confirmation page once they confirm their registration, and also a refusal form if my invitees wish to refuse their attendance. And I do have an invitation scenario. It's tied to the event that I'm creating, triggers on a status of invited. I send my first confirmation, if 3 days before the start date of the event, I'll continue to send the same invitation again until I check their condition that they are not they are registered and no longer on a status of invited. As for my registrations, again, if I go back, I'll see all the steps that I went through. I limited the number of registrations to 100 people. Registration deadline, I set that to a certain date, and I also had my scenario for reminders before the event. But that allowed me to see how many people declined, how many people did not give any answer, and how many people surpassed the 100 people quota that I specified. And then finally, after the event day, I can follow up through different two scenarios for the people that have attended and the people that did not attend. And with that, I'm able to see how many people out of those that registered and out of those that were invited in the first place have attended my event. And this would be a great example to run a report after to have a very detailed statistics of how your event went. Now, that was all for Touchdown, the solution. I hope you noted down a few questions. One thing we could probably go over for Will Takes the Wheel would be to just speak really quickly about our pricing and maybe also our licenses. At Touchdown, we offer 3 different types of licenses, a starter, a pro, and a premium. Each license contains different features, and that's in function with the needs of each customer. And definitely from there, you pick an annual number of email credits instead of the number of contacts that you wish to reach out to. And our solution starts off at €50 a month.